In my previous video, I evaluated and compared various sliding ball bank shot aiming systems. As I showed, these systems work well over a range of angles. However, they are not best suited for very large angle banks from up table. In this video, I present two systems useful for these types of shots. Remember, with sliding ball banking systems, when the object ball is close to the cushion, fast speed is not required since the object ball doesn't have time or distance to develop roll. But if the object ball is farther from the rail, fast speed is needed to guarantee object ball slide into the cushion. Here's a good system developed by Paul Schofield for aiming long sliding banks from up table. If you label the diamonds on the short rail 8, 10, and 12 as shown here, the system uses a simple 2-to-1 through diamond aim. Shooting from 8 to 4, or 10 to 5, or 12 to 6, or any 2-to-1 track in between, banks to the far corner. I've set up diamond number balls on the rails so you can easily see the system applied at the table. Here, the 11 is being aimed along the 8 to 4 line. Here, I'm aiming along the 10 to 5 line. And here, the aim is along the 12 to 6 line. I pocketed all three shots, but be aware that with long banks like this, if your aim is off even a hair, or if you put even a touch of side spin on the cue ball by mistake, you can easily miss. The system also works for any lines between and even slightly outside the reference lines. For example, here I am aiming the 11 right between the 5 and 6 at 5.5, and my cue is crossing the rail right between 10 and 12 at 11. Since 11 is twice 5.5, the bank goes as expected. That didn't go in cleanly, but again, everything needs to be aimed perfectly, and the hit needs to be good for the shot to go. Things can also vary a little from one table to the next, or even from one rail spot to the next on the same table. Things can also vary with conditions. Do you remember the spot on the wall reference system from my previous video? It turns out that the Scofield system aim from 8 also goes for the same spot. That's one advantage of the spot on the wall system. It works over a wide range of bank angles, even beyond the angles where many other systems start to break down or involve difficult diamond distance measuring. However, the lines from 10 and 12 do not converge to the same spot. Banks at angles this large do require aims different from the reference spot on the wall. Even the spot on the wall system has its limits. Now let's look at a sliding ball system for banking balls at large angles into the side pockets. It was proposed by Briesath. It connects whole diamonds on the short rail to half diamonds starting at 1 on the long rail. All three banking lines and anything in between go to the side. Again, I've placed numbered balls on the rails so you can easily see the lines at the table. The 1-to-1 line goes a little long. Instead, you need to aim from a hair more than 1 on the short rail to a hair less than 1 on the long rail. The 2-to-2 and 3-to-3 lines play true. Here is 2-to-2, and here's 3-to-3. As with any banking system, you can also aim anywhere between the reference lines. For example, here I'm aiming right between 2 and 3 at 2.5 on both rails. As the system predicts, the shot goes. I hope the sliding ball diamond systems presented in this and my previous video help you bank balls more effectively. The systems have certainly helped me over the years. Good luck with your game from Dr. Dave.